What is up, my fellow budget travelers? In this video, I'm talking about some of my favorite budget cities that I have been to, and I think these are ones that every new traveler or just travelers in general on a budget would have a great time in. The thing that I think is key to a budget for these particular cities is that they're all walkable. They're all pretty budget friendly in terms of finding food that's affordable. So once you get the hotel and air out of the way, once you're there, you don't really have to spend that much money. It's really up to you. If you want to see like a show or go on an excursion or something like that, that's where it starts getting a little expensive. But otherwise, all these cities have free entertainment that you can do, so you don't have to spend money if you don't want to. If you're just looking to get out of your hometown, if you're just trying to get out and have a good time, these are good places to go. All these places are also very safe. If you just stay on the straight and narrow, don't start going down dark corners or things like that, and you'll be fine. First up is no surprise, it's Las Vegas, baby. So in Las Vegas, the thing that I like most about it is it's always cheap to fly there because the casinos always want you to just get into the city and get into their casino. So it's always cheap to fly there. You can actually sign up for each casino's rewards card, and what they're gonna do is send you emails for free room offers. You can actually sign up for email alerts so that you can get free rooms in the casinos. I'll show you a couple of samples here. So if you combine this with the air and the hotel, you can get it for close to free. I have traveled to Vegas for completely free because if you look at this email, you will see that they give me a resort credit, which I could use for food and alcohol, and they also give me a free play opportunity, so I could win money and make even more money. Vegas is one of the best budget cities for food because you can go to a buffet and you'll be full for the whole day, or you can run off to places like McDonald's or In-N-Out Burger or all these little pop-up places where the burger's not gonna be $15 like inside the casino. You can get a burger for $3 to $5, so it's pretty cheap. It's also free to drink when you're gambling, so you can just put $1 in the machine when you see the drink girl, wait for your drink, put another $1 in the machine. So here you have like a high-end drink for only $2, well, $3 because you would have to tip the girl. So here you have top-end shelf drinks for only $3. And while you play that dollar, who knows, maybe you'll hit $10, so now you're gonna be able to get 3 free drinks for the price of 1. When I say this city is walkable, you are going to be walking the whole time you're in Vegas. They have escalators, elevators, like this city brings you in and out of casinos easily because again, they want you to stay inside the casinos, so you're not gonna spend too much time outside of the casino. It's mostly walking around inside the casino to get to the next casino. They do have free trams, so it's pretty easy to get around, or if you want to pay for the monorail, unlimited for the day. So it's really easy to get up and down the strip. Now, where prices start increasing is when you take a taxi to go to, say, Fremont Street, but again, that is all walkable too. So once you're there, you're not going to spend money on transit at all. So transit is really cheap here because you're mostly walking or taking the free trams. They also have a bus, which I believe is only $2 to go up and down the street. That thing is always packed though, but it's pretty cheap also. If you don't want to try your hand at gambling, that's fine because they do have happy hours here too. So you can get a really good happy hour. Margaritaville actually had a 5 cents happy hour for a while. They don't have it anymore after COVID, but there's plenty of happy hours like this to keep popping up. There's different websites you could check out that have the latest happy hours in Vegas because again, after COVID, everything's always changing around and new ones are always popping up. But one of my favorite go-tos that I know still exist is happy hour inside the Flamingo. You can also get cheap drinks at CVS and Duane Reade. They also sell alcohol, so you can pick up a small handle or a couple of tall boys for just a couple dollars to start your day off right, and from there you can start the party. In Vegas, it's really easy to find promoters, so if you want to go out at night, you are going to have so many people that you can talk to because they're all over the strip. The best place to find them is right in front of the casino that you want to go to the nightclub to. For example, Tao is inside the Venetian. So if you stand around outside the Venetian, you'll see a bunch of promoters walking around with whoever is performing that night. So check out the schedule, Electronic Vegas, and that's going to tell you everything that's going on. And keep in mind, once you meet one promoter, that's all that you need because they're gonna have friends that are other promoters at other clubs, so they're gonna get you on any guest list that you want. So just meet one, that's the goal, and you'll be able to find them easily. You could also find them on Instagram, TikTok. Promoters are all over the place. And when you go to the nightclub, they usually have like an hour of open bar for girls. So you're gonna get as many drinks as you want in that hour, and then it's up to you if you want to stay or keep the night going somewhere else. But seeing a big DJ in Vegas, this is like the best entertainment you could have while you're there. During the day, there's plenty of other free events going on. Every casino basically has a free show. I'll put the video here. It tells you almost everything that you can do for free in Vegas in that video, so check that out. There's free circuses, there's free performers on the street. If you take a picture with them though, they will charge you money. There are singers, there's some music, there's puppet shows, there's water fountain shows, there's all sorts of free stuff in Vegas. And again, every casino has something going on for free. My next favorite destination on a budget is going to be New York City. Now, everybody's gonna say, Emily, New York is so expensive. It's not that expensive, guys. I lived there for 16 years and I did just fine not spending a lot of money. Again, your biggest price is just going to be the flight and the hotel, but depending on what kind of credit card you have, or if you're flying Spirit or all these things, you can get there really cheap and you can stay there for really cheap if you start using your points. Keep in mind, there's always some sort of deal going on the internet, so you can always find New York hotels for a decent price. I suggest you stay somewhere around Midtown because this is where all the action is. As somebody who is a tourist in town, you're going to be wanting to see Times Square, Bryant Park, all the things that are right in the middle of the city. And then from there, it's really easy to branch up or down because we have the subway system in New York, and this is the easiest way to get around in the city. It only takes about 20 minutes. I say this about everywhere, but it only takes like 20 minutes to get anywhere on the subway because there's so many different subway lines. One of them is going to take you to exactly where you need to go. If you're going to be here for 3 days or 7 days, they do have specific Metro cards that you can get, which is going to be so cheap compared to taking a cab everywhere because these cabs are going to spin you around in circles. Even the Ubers are doing this now with surges and everything. You end up spending so much money just to go like 5 blocks down the road. You're better just walking or taking the subway. And again, if you're staying in this Midtown area, those are the major subway lines. So I would say for the 7-day pass, it's going to be about $33. Otherwise, it's going to cost you about $2.75 every time you get onto the subway. So I really recommend just getting the unlimited Metro card because this also lets you transfer to the buses. So what I like to do is take the train downtown or uptown or whatever. And then for crosstown experiences, I usually tend to take the buses just because they're a lot easier to come across. And the only way to get across town is if you go up to 42nd Street, 14th Street. That's about the only like crosstown areas in Manhattan. Now let's talk budget options for a budget vacation. Guys, budget options are everywhere. If you want to eat a cheap dinner out that's really good, go down to Chinatown, there's Koreatown, there's all sorts of restaurants about 3 blocks away from the tourist traps. If you go into a tourist trap, all your dinners are gonna be at least like $50 a piece. Once you start going away from the tourist areas, you'll see reasonable pricing like $14 for an entree, stuff like that. So there's all sorts of places within Manhattan itself where you can find decently priced meals because a lot of regular people live there too, and we know not to go into the tourist trapped destinations, so keep that in mind. We also have like fast food options like Shake Shack or McDonald's. You know, there's all sorts of little pop-up fast food places that you'll run across. So just depending on what kind of food you want to eat, it's all there for you to try. And talking budgets, if you just Google dollar beers, they're all over the city. And this place on the left is one of my favorites. New York is also a great budget destination for free activities. We have the High Line. You can go see the Empire State, Statue of Liberty. You can go to Hudson Yards. There's art everywhere. I mean, everywhere. There's so much stuff going on all the time. Bryant Park has free activities all the time. Central Park has free activities all the time. There's going to be something going on every day while you're there. And all you have to do is just go find it. Go on the website and see what the latest things in New York are happening, and you'll be able to find some great free activities to do. Honestly, walking in the city is an activity. Like, you're gonna see so many fun people, you're gonna see so many awesome buildings. Like, every corner in New York is different every time you turn the bend, so you're gonna love New York City. For promoters for nightclubs, the easiest way to find them, honestly, is online on TikTok, and Instagram, next up, whatever. We have all-inclusive resorts. Now, again, you're going to say, Emily, that's so expensive, but it's not, because here's why. You're going to be sharing a room, so if you split the cost, say it's about $700 each, you don't have to pay all that money up front. You can use something like Affirm, and you can pay it off in monthly payments. And when you make your purchase, this is going to cover airfare and your stay at the resort. And guys, all-inclusives, once you're in the resort, you don't need to leave. Like, everything you could need is right in the resort. So you're not gonna spend much money unless you start doing excursions or things like that. But within the resort, you have your food is all covered, your stay is all covered, your flight is all covered, entertainment is covered, the beach is free, the pool is free, there's water activities, there's all sorts of stuff to do within an all-inclusive resort that is free once you're there. If you guys go to Mexico or Dominican Republic, Coco Bongo is the place to go. You'll find promoters within the resort, on the beach. They're all over the place. Especially for first-time budget travelers, this is a great experience. A lot of times it is going to be out of the country, so when you get away, you really feel like you're getting away because you're actually leaving the country. But the best thing about these all-inclusive resorts is that they do have transportation that you can add on to your trip, which is really cheap usually. It's only like $30 transfer, and they're usually wearing some sort of Hawaiian shirt, so they're really easy to spot once you're in the airport. So all you do is you land, you pick up your bag, don't talk to anybody else because you don't want to buy a timeshare, and just keep on walking out until you see the guy that you need to see in the Hawaiian shirt. Then that taxi is going to take you directly to the resort, and as I said, you don't really need to leave the resort. You're going to have so many free activities while you're there. They have nightly entertainment usually. You get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can snack throughout the day. There's stuff in your room. Usually they stock up your cooler for you, so you have alcohol and beer. Yes, alcohol is included too. And you have soft drinks, and then you have snacks around your room. Everything I'm telling you is included. You don't have to worry about anything. You can leave your wallet in the safe unless you want to bring a couple dollars to tip the bartenders here and there, which I recommend. But otherwise, you don't need to worry about keeping a tab, like keeping a tab between friends of who owes who money or anything like that, because everything is included. It's the best budget vacation ever. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm working towards 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize and do this full time because I love travel and I love telling you guys how to travel on a budget, and I just love making everybody travel more. Stop making excuses, just get out there and travel more. Tell your family to travel more, your friends, make everybody travel more.